Only very few people know about this gambit. I mean the Van Popiel gambit, which arises from the black Madima, by the way. But after pawn takes on the second move, you don't go pawn to f3. That will transpose to the boring black Madima, which most people seem to know. So I propose you go knight c3 as if you want to get back this pawn. Most of your opponents are going to play knight f6, after which you can go bishop g5, still wanting to get rid of the defender of the pawn on e4. So bishop f5 is what most people play, and now you can simply go bishop takes f6 first, getting rid of the defender of the e4 pawn, and then go queen e2. Now you're double attacking this pawn twice. Did I tell you that if black takes what appears to be a free pawn, they lose their light squad bishop somehow? This is check. Oh, looks like they can easily block that check with their bishop, not with their elbow. But this allows you to take the other pawn on b7 like that. In an effort to protect their rook, black plays bishop c6. And now this is when you can go bishop b5, pinning that bishop to the king so they can't take your queen, right? Some people play queen d7 here, but again, you can just take, and if they take back with the queen, now you go queen c8 check, making them lose their right to castle, and it's just a matter of time before checkmating them. By the way, if knight d7, just take that knight, there's nothing much black can do, and on the next move, win the free rook. So if they play something like knight a6 in this position, this time the problem with rook d7 is that black can play king e6, tactically speaking, and your queen is still under attack. So the best move you can play in this position is something like knight d5 check. Point is, if they capture your knight, see that the queen is still under attack, so you have time to win that other knight on s6. This is how you rescue your queen professionally. Wait a second, before I play 1 or 2 games on lichess to demonstrate how effective this gambit is, let me show you the last trap that introduced me to the Van Popiel gambit. d4, d5, e4, pawn takes. Again, knight c3 attacking the pawn on e4. Black plays knight f6, defending it. Bishop g5, trying to get rid of the defender of the e4 pawn. Bishop f5, adding more protection to the e4 pawn. Then bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen e2, double attacking this pawn. The other move you're going to see from here, instead of queen takes d4, is obviously bishop b4. Most people just love pinning knights. This also kind of paves the way for the king to go to safety, but again, you can just go queen b5 check. This time, it is actually 2 bishops that are under attack. If knight c6, you can just grab the free bishop like that. By the way, if knight takes, you just go queen takes e4. Queen e7, you can take to oversimplify things, or just castle long, you are safe. Count material. In this case, white is just up a full piece. Now what I'm going to do is too risky, you guys. I'm going to try this Van Popiel gambit in rapid chess. And this is one thing you guys should understand, especially those of you who believe I'm no good in classical chess or rapid. You see, I take too much risk in the opening stage, like always, by playing very extreme and unsound gambits. But anyway, it is what it is. Sit back and watch as I take a risk in the opening stage for you guys. Also take a risk of subscribing to this channel. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so I want to play the Van Popiel gambit. Am I supposed to start with knight c3? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to sacrifice my e-pawn first, then go knight c3 on the second move. It is normal to forget opening sometimes. From here, I expect to see knight f6. By the way, I'm playing the Van Popiel for the very first time in rapid chess, so you have all the reasons to watch this up to the end. So now, my idea is to get rid of this knight, like this. Just taking it as if I want to get back my pawn. Yep, so we see everyone doing this, playing bishop f5. So this is when I want to take, then go after that pawn for the second time. I expect to see ef, yep. So now, queen e2. If black takes, they are going to die very quickly in terms of chess. Now, this is another common blunder you will see in the Van Popiel. And this is one thing I love about this, to be honest. You will always have this opportunity to win any of the 2 bishops like this. So let's see what my opponent is going to do. This is classical, by the way. Oh, the rapid chess. So my opponent can't have any excuses. Wait a second, if I take, am I going to run into some kind of trouble. No, wait a second. Need to be careful though. So let's say queen takes, free bishop, knight takes. I have check, right? Yep. I have check, takes. Yep. I think I'm just up a piece for nothing. So I can go ahead and take pawn to d5 is not a great move because black can play this in between check. I guess the only move is queen takes. Oh, okay, so I thought they were going to take back with a knight, after which I was going to take back like that. So now it is time for me to punish my opponent for their mistake. Again, if I play this move, there's always room for bishop takes and in-between move like that. So out of intuition, I find knight e2 to be challenging for my opponent. Note that I can't take on e4. That will just be a free queen. My knight is pinned to the king. So I need to do something about this pawn. So the only way to defend it is by playing knight ge2. Also attacking the queen. I'm thinking of playing rook d1 on the next move. Okay, now I'm not sure about this. Instead of playing rook d1, I think I can even castle long to secure my king for good. Or how about just eliminating the queen once and for all? This is what you're supposed to do. No, I can't play queen d5. My knight is still pinned. This is how you're supposed to be reasoning in chess, by the way. So castle long, there's no queen takes due to knight takes. Again, if knight takes, I have knight takes. So I'm just up a piece. I might even consider taking on e4 now to oversimplify things, satisfying one of the middle game principles that says if you are up a piece or when you have a positional advantage, exchange pieces but not pawns. By pieces we mean major pieces and minor pieces. Now it is time to take. I can even oversimplify the game like this. Wait a second, this knight takes. Why am I including all these unnecessary things in my calculations? So let's say if I take, then queen takes, knight takes, rook that. Yep, I think this is the way to go, oversimplifying the position. This is still rapid chess, by the way. For those who think I am not good at rapid chess or classical chess whatsoever, you should understand that what I do is very risky in these videos. You know, I try to play dubious gambits almost in each and every game. So you guys, anyway, this is, oh wait a second, I wanted to play, damn it, that was so wrong. That was so wrong. I never intended to do that. I was explaining, I wanted to play rook d4. That was going to hurt because the idea was to take the free bishop. Now I feel so sad. I feel so sad, you guys. I was going to be up by 2 pieces. Now look what has just happened to me. My opponent is going to take like that. No, this is not good. This is not good. I feel so bad. That was a mouse slip. It wasn't part of the calculation. No, it was a complete mouse slip. So it has nothing to do with my intelligence or my credibility whatsoever. It was just a deadly mouse slip. Nothing much. Yep. So as I was saying, I take too much risks in the opening stage, as always, in an effort to impress you guys. Let me just kill this guy very quickly. I missed that important move due to a mouse slip. That's why I prefer playing. Wait a second, what am I going to do here? Okay, I prefer playing over the board games to online chess. I want to activate my king that way. This will be a 1-0 check. In fact, let me just oversimplify things once and for all. Want to exchange. Yep, now we play chess. So what I'm going to do is to attack this pawn as I look for a way out. Still defending my pawn on h2. The game is well simplified. I don't know why my opponent is not resigning. In fact, it is time for me to put all my pawns on light squares. Or can I attack the bishop so that I still win some tempo? Yeah, let me do this. Yep. So what am I going to do? What am I gonna do with no more you? Okay, so let me just play this move. We're going to see something like that. Yep. Just oversimplifying the game before I activate my king. In the end game, you're supposed to be playing with your king, by the way. Attacks. Ready to play that move. Yep. In fact, let me advance my pawn. Next, you know what I want to do? I can even play this move. Why not? Just thinking out loud. But let's just do this. Not sure what this move is all about. Let's attack. I'm looking for a tricky way to kill my opponent. How can I kill them? Of course I'm going to take like that. What else can I do? I have this check. Yep, something like that. Let me give it a try. Yeah, this is already game over, by the way. Nothing to demonstrate, nothing much to demonstrate here. In fact, I can even attack the dark squad bishop. Not allowing the bishop to come this side. Attack the bishop one more time as I look for ways to advance my position or improving my position. This pawn needs to die. There is a 3-second increment, so I'm not worried about time. I have 46 seconds, but time is not a factor. Time isn't a factor. Let's chase the bishop away. Yeah, it has to go to the corner. Then we do this. If check, I'll just take. In fact, now I can just take this pawn for free. I have a queen, by the way. This is another queen. So let's take. This is how you oversimplify positions. I feel bad. I still feel bad for what I did in the opening stage. I mean, I'm still talking about that mouse slip I had. Give a check if I want. I'll just give a check, Kaspa. Thought so. We go after that pawn. I want to get this, but just changed my mind. Nope. Okay, so just playing some sneaky moves, trying to beat my opponent. I'm not doing things right. Uh-oh. What did I just do to my teeth? What happened? I think let me do this, attacking the bishop. Okay, I'm going to win this pawn. I'll let them take whatever pawn they want. Tricky. Let's win this pawn. Not a good endgame demonstration, but see what I can do. Need to find a way to chop this pawn. Yep, it's game over. Nothing can stop me from promoting into a donkey if I want. Not a good endgame demonstration, but I guess you still got the idea. Yep, so here's what I was talking about during the game. Back on move 11, after black played knight e5. During the game, I was supposed to play rook d4, but I accidentally played queen takes, which wasn't the best. Knight d4 was also working, just paving the way for the light square bishop. So you saw what I wanted to do. Wanted to play rook d4. That was going to win the bishop. I mean, if bishop takes, I was just going to do this. By the way, after rook d4, if black played something like queen c5, I mean, I was just going to take. So that's what I wanted to do. But I mean, I was in the middle of the commentary and I mouse slipped while I was explaining. Anywho, that's the Popiel Gambit for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And hey, want to take your chess seriously? Simply head over to the comment section down below and find a special link to my courses that you should click. You will be redirected to my Patreon page where you can access all my wonderful courses. By the way, that's how you support this channel. And hey, if you really care about this channel and want to see us grow, click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon for all my content. That way you won't miss any of my future uploads. Lastly, to get this free study PGN that I'm using in this video, simply scroll all the way down to the comment section and click the first link that you see, which will redirect you to a page that will ask you to subscribe before getting this PGN for free.